Split screen panel van. Now, I started building this van back in 2019, and this is my first air-cooled vehicle that I've ever owned. The engine that went into this is a 1641. It was a turnkey engine, it was second-hand, I didn't really know anything about it, and we just put it in this van. And ever since the first day that I put it in this van, I put an oil temperature gauge in it, and it runs hot. And from that first day, I always said, this engine's no good, and it's going to go bang at some point. However, we have now done nearly 20,000 miles in this van over the past 3 years since it's been on the road. So it's not done too bad. Now I will admit, I don't really drive this like an air-cooled Volkswagen. I kind of drive it like a T5, which I believe has now kind of taken its toll. So I have just done a compression test on this engine because it is starting to use a lot of oil. But the results of the compression tests were actually quite good. So that leads me to believe that we have got some worn valve guides. Now this discovery probably couldn't have come at a worse time, because next Friday we are off to Devon for our event, Lowdown SurfsUp. I'm not going to do anything about this engine right now because I don't have the time or the funds to be doing it. But for the rest of this video we're going to get ourselves ready to go camping in this with my partner Beth and 2 kids. So it's probably going to be a bit tight. Let's get into it. Right, so whilst I wait for exhaust gaskets and other bits to sort the engine out, I am ticking off some little jobs which need doing because, as I said, we are now a family of 4. Which means I need to alter this van a little bit and make it a little bit more camper friendly, because we don't really use it for a lot of camping of recent years. So, first up, little jobs I've been doing. I've been making this table. So, I can't remember what this come out of, but it already had like a little mount on here. So, I have 3D printed a little groove there, so that slides into that cabinet there. And then I've got a little spare section of that, which I'm going to fix underneath the table here, because I am currently making, this isn't the final one, I'm now about to do another one, 3D printing one of these, so that basically that door will then close and this will just like drop onto it and keep the door attached to the table, so that I can have like a little Canuck cooking area, I suppose, because it's quite a small van, so you don't really have a lot of room for, well, doing anything, to be honest. Another job I've done, which is wild considering we've slept in this van so many times over the last 3-4 years, is finally got around to doing a curtain in the rear, so that, oh, never mind, people can't see me willy in the night. I mean, clearly I've put them on the wrong way around because that one doesn't line up with that one. But, nice little job, that one. Moving on now, my next task is to add another set of Isofix in. So, my rock and roll bed, which isn't finished, this is a Rusty Lee's rock and roll bed. Now, as you can see, it's in bare metal still, because obviously this van is body drop, so the floors aren't normal heights. So I got Lee to make me this and not coat it or anything, so that I could modify it. So it has all been modified obviously to suit this van. Now, when I built this, when I was building it, is when Evelyn was first born. So I put Isofix into the frame. I can't remember what Isofix points I used or anything. I just got some kind of a bracket like that really, and cut the hooks off, drilled the holes through the frame, and then welded the Isofix brackets in. Now, so I need to put another one on this side, and I'm going to do something similar, but I am going to put it in the back frame rather than the base frame, because the foam on this is like 4-inch thick, and so that's the back and that's the base. You see, I've had to cut quite a bit out of those and even still with all that cut out, these aren't higher than the foam, so the seat kind of has to click in and then sort of sit down, which isn't ideal. You kind of want it to click straight in. So I'm going to put these ones in the back, because then, even though yes, I'll have to still cut out, you know, the same amount all the way through, but they won't be very high up still, so you won't be laying on them when you're asleep, but they'll be above the base foam, so in theory I'll just be able to put the Isofix straight into it. So that's the task that I'm on now. Now this is just I think it was I don't know whether it was a universal one or whether it was like a Ford Focus. Seems to be the most common Isofix point I could get hold of. But yes, I'm just gonna basically cut through here, get rid of the welds, and just get back to these bits of bar. Apologies, I waffled on a bit then. Let's get these drilled and welded in. Now they're all cut off.
Hey, everybody wanna see me stop. Breaking down walls, no sheetrock. Hot boy steaming off top like teapots. Hey, yeah, y'all want smoke, then get hit with a detox. Coast to coast, been a pro, shoot knee locks. Y'all don't rap, the bars weak, those cheap shots. Fuck it, I came through blazing. Call me Kanye, West Craven. Been a villain, I don't need no praising. No cape, I don't do no saving. Hey, shit, look what you made them. Took everything, look what you gave them. I don't do no handouts, bitch. I'ma stand outside till it pan out, bitch. I'm a man now, pull 100 grand out quick on your chick pick. Look at how she fan out, Nick. Life's a trip, but it panned out. Even with a man down, got my whole team a chip. I don't need a grip, I just need a flip. And flip that 10 times and we see what it get, yeah. That's why I had a bone to pick, how to control the ship so I can go legit. Let's get it going.
Isofix done. Right, now you can see what I was waffling on about earlier. So these ones are on. This is obviously the base, so they also have to be a little bit further down so that when you're lying on your bed, you know, you're not hitting them. Obviously here is now, it's still the same, it's just as far down. But when you then make it into a, sorry, let me just put it down. But as you see, when you make it into a seat, they're still down there. So the kids' seats, and they're sitting on there, they have to like click in and then sit down, and they sort of sponge on that. Whereas this side, from learning, is now in the backrest, so they just go and slot into there. So I'm going to have to redo them ones at some point, but not today. That shall be a job for another day. Also, as you can see, the bed still isn't trimmed. I'm very slack with this. Matt Coleman from Oswald and Pablo done my front bench seat, which you can't see at the minute because it's covered in crap, in like Harris tweed, nice deep buttons and stuff. So the plan is to get him to do that, but he is up in Manchester, so he's like a 4 or 5 hour drive for me. So finding a weekend where I'm free and he's free to get up there and take all these boards and take the van up there and trim everything and do everything to suit. I just haven't found it in the last 3 or 4 years. So one day that will happen. But for now, we'll just chuck on the mattress behind you. Right, on to the next job. I'm probably going to go home. I'll do this one tomorrow night after work because it's now late. Oh, I can tick Isofix seats off. That's good. Tomorrow, I should probably stick it on the ramp and sort this exhaust thing out, and maybe the wheel bearings if they turn up. The wheel bearings is a very minor one, really. The offside wheel bearing was making a horrendous noise the other week, so I changed that one, and then as soon as I changed that and then drove it down to players, I realised how much noise the left-hand wheel bearing was making, so I've got to change the wheel bearings in the front left as well. There's 2 wheel bearings in each hub in these, so that's fun. Yeah, I shall meet you back here tomorrow, and we'll carry on.
I beg your pardon, the fridge is in the car. You hurt my feelings and I watch my skin fight or flight. Yeah.
Fight or flight, is it now, is it never, is it fight or flight?
Look, of course there's pain in my heart, yeah, it travels like a dart, and we do it for the heart. Took the road less traveled, I keep carving my path, yeah. Bars get cold, you might wanna go start. I stopped running for myself and started asking the right questions, right people, right time grafting. Energy is everlasting. Moments appearing in the past scene.
Fight or flight, is it now, is it fight or flight? Fight or flight.
Right, so that's the van, the ramp, and the exhaust exposed for the next part of the job that I've got to do. So, like I said, this has been backfiring massively. I'm pretty sure we've checked everything else as to what could cause a sudden big backfire like it's doing. Until I looked at the exhaust. Now this is a vintage speed exhaust, I think, which has been modified because obviously, you know, it's not going to fit this van because everything's so lifted up. So I was looking around and everything looks okay from like this angle, but from underneath, I don't know how well you'll see it, there's a fatty hole in that gasket there, and this one up here is all sooty as well. So I mean that's a big gap. Let me just grab a torch. Big gap in that gasket, you can actually see inside the cylinder. Now, that could be causing it. As I said, I don't know 100%, so just going to fix it. But yes, in theory, that is when I'm on, it's only when I'm letting off the throttle, like at speed. So I guess I'm letting off the throttle, it's causing a vacuum, obviously the carb end is closed, and it's just sucking air in through there and whoosh bang. So, I haven't got gaskets because Heritage are out of stock of these gaskets on their website, but these ones are obviously to do with this. I've got standard gaskets which go on the heads, those ones there, and I've got these standard ones there. So I've got the gaskets that I need. I'm just gonna clean these areas up, and I think I'm just gonna weld these on because they don't need to detach from there really. A bit pointless. So I'm gonna get that exhaust tacked up, and then I can take it off, weld it, put it back on. And as if by magic, the past 2-3 hours didn't happen. So that looked really quick on your end of the camera. On my end of the camera, it was not so fast, but we are there. So, as I said, I had to quickly clean these up, chucked a bit of weld on them, but obviously they're dirty, so they're not very nice to weld. So I had to take them off, take the whole exhaust off, cut the ends off, and yeah, basically I've ended up getting rid of that gasket, that gasket, that gasket, and that gasket, which are all the vintage speed ones. So I shouldn't ever have to worry about those weird aftermarket gaskets in the future. All I'll ever have to worry about in the future, exhaust gasket wise, is the standard ones. So yes, that's that bit done. Hopefully that will make it run a bit better. So another thing on the list that I've got to do whilst it's on the ramp is an oil change. Not very interesting thing, I know, but this may be a part of the issue that I've been having with my oil. So I've been using the Driven Racing HR5, I think, this year, and the issues that I've been having with oil consumption have been this year. Turns out when I look into it and look at the engine temperatures that my engine runs, that engine oil is like thinning out too much at my normal sort of temperatures, which means it can obviously gas off and evaporate. So I might just be losing it, hopefully. We'll see. So anyway, I've changed to Driven Racing DT50. We'll give this a go, see, because this is actually high temperature, high output air-cooled engine stuff, race car stuff. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm not going to bore you with an oil change because it's a little bit boring. I'm just letting you know what I'm doing. Next up on my list of jobs to do whilst it's on the ramp is this wheel bearing. Also, I may look quite calm, but it is like 7:30 on Wednesday night, and we are leaving tomorrow night technically, so we are running out of time. Jack, how are you getting on your camper van? Are you having
a lovely time.
So Jack's going to do a nice big video over on the Dropworks channel of the Renault Masterpiece. So that one will be a good one to catch up on after our holiday. Well, apologies, the camera died last night, but I'm pretty sure you weren't that interested in changing wheel bearings anyway. So today's been a bit chaotic with getting all orders sorted and getting these pair ready. Are we ready? No? Not even a little bit. Yeah, we've still got to, it is now Thursday night, it is 20 to 8, we are leaving at 5 o'clock tomorrow morning, and so we've now got to go home, pack, and, I don't know, sort the rest out.
Hey. Yeah. No baggage on board in the plane. Leaving everything bad in the rearview and taking whatever remains. Whatever been good for my spirit, the rest I've been setting ablaze. Burning it down to the ground, I started refreshing the page. Till I rest in the grave, I'm making a mark and etching my name. I get it, you feeling the way, but when you try throwing your shade, we throwing grenades. Growing with pain to help me turn into the man I became. I'm better with age, forever the era, I cherish the phase. But some things are better left back in the days.
So, welcome back. It's now about nearly 10 o'clock I think. We've been on the road since 5:30 this morning, so we're about 4 hours of driving down so far. We're somewhere on the M42. We're gonna drive for about another hour, which will get us to Morrison's at Cribbs Causeway, where we're meeting everybody else for a convoy down to Devon for SurfsUp. So, back on the road I think. We'll carry on.
Go farther we can.
But first, of course, traffic. We are well late, so sorry to everyone who's waiting for us. Yeah, it'll be there in a few minutes, and join all the rest of the gang. Right, so we're finally met up with everyone after a long morning of driving. Been on the road for like 8 hours now. I don't know how it's taken this long, although it's supposed to be like 7.5 hours from home, but we've still got an hour and a half left. But we're all together now, we're all moving, we're just plodding along at like 50, 55, so yeah, let's get down there and have a bit.
Call me Bucky, lucky that I'm innocent. If I didn't have no morals, I'd be menacing. How about rapping conscious but he ignorant? How he from the hood but still gon' go legitimate? How he fuck a bunch of but they still respect the women? He still rolling in Sonata, he just got the windows tinted. Homie stabbed me in the back and that can never be forgiven. And my palms been itching, man, I like the superstition. You can't have my phone number unless we running up the digits. Let me meditate, I just need a couple minutes. Tryna low ball me, my cojones to the big ass. When I get high, I ain't looking at the clock, still ballin' like Bry. Yeah, I'm headed to the Bucks, then I'm ballin' like yeah. I ain't looking at the clock, still ballin' like Bry. When I get high. Let me meditate, then I celebrate. Tryna get the cake, I don't take a break. Yeah, Wait, grew up in the 90s, we was watching Ricky Lake. We was eating top ramen or a TV dinner plate. Made that couple dollars, so I probably get the steak. Going out at John and Venice, I told Quinn and I'll be late. Ay, I'm so epidemic, I'ma cause an epidemic. Put my feet up in the building, feel it like a tenant. When I get high, I ain't looking at the clock, still ballin' like Brian. Yeah, I'm headed to the Bucks, then I'm ballin' like yeah. I ain't looking at the clock, still ballin' like Brian. When I get high.
Hello, bastard.
Hello, bastard. How is it?
What it is?
What is it? Hello.
You got a neck lift?
No, not really. It's 8:19. I'm fucking film that up. Hello.
Where are you?
I think I'm where you are.
18.
18. I'm next to you.
Sounds like tune back.
Right, we have arrived many hours ago, but I was pretty grumpy when I turned up. I don't know why. It was quite a tough drive and a very long day. Sorry, Evelyn. Wayne, the main man himself, is here, who has put all this on for us, or with us, for us.
Yeah.
Definitely for us.
Yeah.
So thank you very much, Wayne.
No worries, no. It's nice to have everyone together.
Hold it.
So, what's the matter, Evelyn?
You let me hold it.
What do you want to hold it, dear? Hang on, you have to point it at us. Point it this way. So, Evelyn's now the cameraman. And, sorry everyone, we are now going down the clubhouse to do some bowling. Let's go.
Take my hand if you dare to stay.
Gonna fall over, don't I?
Take my breath away. If we fall, then we fall in flames. One more time, here we go again. Under the lights, we are transcending gravity. Pulls the rhythm like stars, we never end. And we burn so bright, baby. The town is getting closer. Come here before it's over. We shine like supernovas. Under the lights, we are transcending gravity. Pulls the rhythm like stars, we never end. And we burn so bright, baby. The town is getting closer. Come here before it's over. We shine like supernovas. Shine like supernovas.
Come on, Gary.
We can throw it down. Yeah, the heat as it pulls us out. On the edge, yeah, we touch the flames. Hold your breath and count to 10. Under the lights, we are transcending gravity. Pulls the rhythm like stars, we never end. And we burn so bright, baby. The town is getting closer. Come here before it's over. We shine like supernovas. Shine like supernovas. Shine like supernovas. I can feel the rise. Hold on tight. I can feel the rise. Hold on tight.
Keep going, Cleon. Keep going. Keep going. Go on, boy. Yes!
Someone's got fire.
Tomorrow morning.
Well, it's over my van.
Hey guys. Okay, buddy. So, it is Sunday morning. I have done no filming all weekend. I think the last shots from here were probably bowling, I'm not sure. So, yes, it's been a great weekend. We've had a lovely time. Yesterday was pretty chill. We just done a load of surfing on the wake machine and like days in the pool, stuff like that. Just sort of chilled about all day. So in a minute we're all going to load up and go down to the beach, and I'd imagine like a load of people will probably then send it off home. Straight after that we're going to stay on for a bit, so we'll just carry on filming and see what happens. So that is Lowdown SurfsUp 25 done. Now, I know this video started really dramatic, but the split was actually mint the entire holiday. Yes, it used a litre of oil over the 1,000 miles, which isn't ideal, but it's her, it needs work. Hopefully we can get the rest of this season out of the way before I have to actually strip this engine down and put new heads on it, or get the valve guides replaced. But we shall worry about that another day. The only issues we had was a blowout on the way home, so that was a little bit inconvenient. I didn't film it because we were on the side of the M5 and it was chaos and I wanted to get the kids out of the situation. So Jack took them, I quickly stayed on the side of the road and changed our wheel. But yeah, it was mint. We had a nice little trip into Cornwall for a few days before heading home. Massive thanks to Wayne at Golden Coast Leisure Park and all his staff for having us and looking after us and helping us put on the event. Thank you to everyone that came. It was great to see everybody and have a laugh and drink some beers, chat to a load of people that we'd obviously known over the years and chat to a load of new people. Yes, so next year's event will be around a similar time, sometime in June, so if you're a Lowdown owner, Lowdown member, Lowdown Transport's member, keep an eye on in the Facebook group for confirmation of dates and get yourself booked on for next year. Come along, have a laugh. But for now, I'm going to sign this one off, so thanks for watching. Give the video a like, give it a subscribe if you can, if you don't already. Next video coming up is probably going to be of my new van, which is very, very exciting. Stick around for that. Goodbye.
Camping.